Hi everyone, so 20th of September, how time flies, another week gone. Let's have a look and see what I got up to this week. Started off with a really exciting workflow session. So this is something that I've been working on for a couple of weeks. So previously what we've done is I've gotten the team split up into various groups to figure out their own workflow. I made sure to split up the people in the team so that we have a good selection of people within each team who can cover the entire workflow, because not every single person, I think, is really aware of the details of everything that goes on. People really didn't have oversight of what else was going on, and so they were unable to contribute as effectively. And also in terms of that overall workflow, in order for the different parts of that to work together, it involves me, of course, as a delivery manager, really bringing those parts together, but it does involve each of those individuals understanding where this work is coming from, where it's going next, so they can produce the best work and be able to put it across in the best way. And also it helps iteration, because once you understand the workflow, you can see how that work that you're working on at the moment will go around and will potentially come back to you. So it just helps massively. So been working on workflow sessions, and this Monday they had another workflow session where we got the different workflows from all the different groups, brought them together. Now we have a combined workflow. We looked at the areas where we're doing particularly well, and the next section, the next workflow session, which I'm going to have on Tuesday next week, is going to look at the areas we need to improve on. I ended up splitting this. I did initially want this as less sessions, but it ended up being over the course of a few sessions. But it's become super valuable. It's because we were having loads of useful discussions as we went on, and this is going to impact a lot of things. It's going to impact the way the work is developed. It's also going to impact the meetings we have and a range of other things. So it's pretty big, but this team really needed something to revitalize them and to create a workflow where everyone is happy. Already did the team version with this team, so now we're going to move on and we're doing this workflow session. So by the end of next week, we'll be in a really good position to put in some changes that have been agreed on and understood by the entire team. And then, as you know, I'm a Mo certified coach, and so this week I had 2 sessions where I was coaching a new cohort of coaches. So the same course that I went on, I'm now on that course and I'm coaching the new coaches. So there's 3 main hosts on this course. I'm one of them, and there's a range of, I think, upwards of 20 students or who want to be coaches. And what's interesting is they come from all walks of life, and they come from all over the world actually. So most of them are in the UK, but they are spread across the world, and it's really interesting to hear from a range of different people. And this course involves a lot of interaction, and the reason why I think it's so popular and students engage so much in it is because we're always asking questions on that course. We're never giving them the information directly. We're always asking them questions. We're trying to draw out the information from them. And what's really interesting about that is, and what I really like about that is, because that is how a coaching relationship works anyway. So we're teaching them to be coaches, and we're doing it in a way that they would then go ahead and use with their coachees. So not only are we teaching them how to be a coach and teaching them the different frameworks and teaching them the way things are done, or the way Mo does things, we're also teaching them how they can then apply that themselves. And that's what I think makes the course so popular and makes the students so happy to be on the course. And they're generally people on this course that I've seen before, and I've seen on this cohort as well, that are super enthusiastic. And there's never a case where people are sort of switched off or have their camera switched off or just seem switched off and not really focused on the course. It's always people who are very enthusiastic to get on the course. And you might be thinking, well, that's probably because they paid a ton of money to get on that course, and that's probably partly true. But a lot of these people have been put on a course via their company, so they haven't put the money in. They are simply on that course because they want to learn about coaching, and they're enjoying the course. And if they weren't enjoying it, I think you can see it. And I think one of the reasons why they're enjoying it is because of this engagement, about this way of asking questions to keep the engagement high. They're not sitting there and we're not lecturing them for 6 hours a day on what it means to be a good coach. We're actually practicing what we're preaching. And I think that's really key, because a lot of the really, really horrendous training days that I've been to have been just sitting there and listening. And especially when you're listening to someone talk about how to be interactive and how to be engaging, and you're thinking, well, you're not practicing what you preach. This course we do practice what we preach, and so I find it super valuable as a training point for me, as a reminder to me as well, in terms of keeping that engagement high, because that's what you want to do in a team, in any kind of training session. You want to keep that training enthusiasm high. So that actually took up a large portion of this week, because I spent a lot of time doing the coaching as well as the training for the coaching. And then on top of that, there's various sort of regular meetings that I have that I went to. Nothing particularly interesting to talk about that happened in any of those, but mainly the highlight for me was the workflow session, which I'm super excited about, and this Mo coaching course that I'm, again, super enthused about. And that's it for me this week. I'll see you all next week.